for the Masonic craft, and myself in particular, it was a day of honor and remembrance for our past Grand Masters and prominent Masons who were executed on April 12, 1980 and April 22nd, 1980. And so this ceremony was a most historic one, and we are proud and honored to be part of it.
You were called to read the second scripture reading for the ceremony, and you did a beautiful reading with vigor. What came to you when you were reading the scripture today at that place?
Well, Masonry is not a religious entity, institution, but it has some religious implications. And so for me, I felt very emotional, I must admit, that after 45 years, we could participate in this ceremony. And as the Reverend Dr. Samuel Reeves rightly said, today actually begins the reconciliation process for the civil conflict that commenced in our country in 1980 and continued from 1989 onwards. Today begins the actual reconciliation in the healing process. And so therefore, I want to invite every Liberian, well-meaning Liberian, to think on what happened today and reflect. And I thank God that we can be able to commence this process.
At least I've witnessed two various ceremonies of Mason. I don't know whether this one was like that in 1980. I was a little boy, I don't know. If they weren't so, now they are removing their remains. What part again are the Masons going to play for the final resting place of those 13 men?
Well, you exactly said that you witnessed one or two the Masonic funerals in 1980. The brethren that we honor today begin to remove the remains. They were never given a Masonic burial. And so we think that the family are going to invite us to perform that ceremony that we, as I told you, most 90-95% of the men that we honor today, they were prominent Masons. One, the president of Liberia, the then president, William Richard Tolbert Jr., he was a past Grand Master. Frank Emmanuel Tolbert Sr. was a past Grand Master. In fact, he built this temple, Frank Emmanuel Tolbert. He was the chairman of the Executive Committee. Richard Abram Henrys, who was Speaker of the House of Representatives, was a past Grand Master. The Grand Master who was presiding at the time of the coup, he, Reginald Townsend, was all there. And so it has huge implications. And I'm just happy that we can commence this process.
What's next for the craft and the burial ceremony, if there is anything next?
Well, we await the instructions and the request from the family. In the meantime, the Masonic craft, the Grand Lodge, the Order of the Eastern Star will be preparing in anticipation of that day that we all can come together and put this to rest. It remain as well as our mind. The country can be at rest.
The Masonic is a cornerstone for Liberia. What is your message to Liberians as we begin this reconciliation process?
Well, Mr. Johnson, you said the right thing. The Masonic craft actually evolved with along with the history of Liberia, the establishment of Liberia. The first president of Liberia, Joseph Dickens Rapper, whose monument we see up there, he was the second Grand Master, Masons of the Republic of Liberia. Many of the presidents, ministers of government, they were prominent members. And so, as the country evolved from the establishment in 1847, so did the Masonic Class. And so they grew together. 130 years later, we had the coup in 1847. Today, this year, 2025, I think the country has moved forward. The country now can accept the fact that masonry is a cornerstone part and parcel of the fabric of the Liberian culture in the nation. If you look around the country, the executive mansion, the Temple of Justice, many of the major edifices and structures, the cornerstone were laid by the Grand Lord, which is their job to do so. We have been part of the fabric of the Liberian nation, and we're proud to do so. This is our legacy. And so we're happy and proud that we can at this time celebrate with the families of the deceased veterans in this manner. Thank you. Love is